Hi, everyone. Welcome to the New Jersey Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you are here. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, if you have any questions at all, feel free to submit those through the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are there and ready and available to answer any questions you have. Your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. There are more sessions going on. So if you are interested in hearing from other schools, feel free to sign up for the next time slot and where you registered for this session. And lastly, this recording will be available a week from today. All sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/New Jersey. We are currently in session B13, where my mouse is circling right now, and this will be the order of presentations for tonight. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first presenter from Rider University.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Susan Mikowski, and I am the Director of Undergraduate and Transfer Admission at Rider University. This evening, I'm going to share a little information about Rider and more importantly, how to be able to connect with us. So Rider is a small, private, liberal arts school in central New Jersey. We are 15 minutes from downtown Princeton. We are 15 minutes from the state capitol. We are an hour outside of New York City, and we are approximately 45 minutes from Philadelphia. So we are literally in the heart of the state and the center of so much. The campus itself is a suburban residential community. So it's a compact campus. Once you pull onto campus, everything is there for you. Although you're able to get to so much within our area, you'll be living and learning in a very pretty part of the state in a residential community. We have just under 3,800 students on campus. We are very much a community feel of a campus and student body. So you're going to be in class with students from anywhere and everywhere. As you can see, we have 39 states represented and 63 countries. So just about 30% of our students are coming from outside of New Jersey. It gives you a nice opportunity to meet people from anywhere and everywhere, all different walks of life and different backgrounds. About 70% of our students do live on campus and approximately 30% do choose to commute. Housing is guaranteed all 4 years. So definitely gives you the opportunity to be part of that community if that's your intention. We are also, if this makes a difference, one of the last schools in New Jersey who will allow freshmen to have a car on campus. So please feel free if that makes or breaks a decision to bring your vehicle to campus. But know that we are 15 minutes from all of the major shopping and restaurants and lots of things to do. About 15 minutes from that, 15 minutes from 3 major hospitals, 15 minutes from 3 major train stations. So you will have the ability to access quite a bit of our area. We are, again, very much a student-centered community. So you will be a name and a face in our institution. You'll see that you are taught by just the faculty, not graduate assistants or teaching assistants, so you will be known. Average class size is about 21, and the student-to-teacher ratio is 10:1. And that's happening within the 70 majors of study that we offer. So Rider was founded as a school of business in 1865. We now are home to the Norm Brodsky College of Business, where you'll see we have about 15 different business options in our AACSB dual accredited College of Business. We also have our College of Education and Human Services, where our students are doing about 875 hours of field experience before they graduate in 4 years. So a lot of great opportunity there. We have our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, where the majority of our students are living because of the wide array of options for them, from the physical sciences to our communications options, to the criminal justice and psychology options. You name it, there's something there for students. And then we have our Westminster College of the Arts. home to our School of Fine and Performing Arts for things like our BFA in acting or our BFA in musical theater, and home to the Westminster Choir College, which is the only choral school of music of its kind in the nation. And all of its programs require an audition. So there's a lot of opportunity. All of our students are required to do some form of internship, field experience, research, etc., in order to receive their degree from the institution. So you will be trying on your major in order to get that degree and making certain that you have found the right fit for you. And that's done through the connections you have with your faculty, as well as our Career Development and Success Center. As far as how to go about applying to the institution, we are a Common App school, and we also have our own application, but feel free to use the Common App when the time comes. We have some pretty standard deadlines. We are an early action school. If you don't feel the comfort in applying that way, you can apply at any point during your senior year because we do work on rolling admission at that point. We will hold true this year to our May 1st deadline, but we'll obviously be very flexible as the time goes on because this is a different world than we've lived in before. But that will give you some ideas about our deadlines. We are test optional, and we have been for years. So after you've submitted your application, I am going to spend a lot of my time focusing on your transcript and what type of academic student you have been. You are welcome to submit test scores if you've had the chance to take them, but it is going to be at your option as to what you're comfortable with. We'll require an essay and a letter of recommendation. And then, of course, we like to get to know you as best as we can. So please include as much information in your after-school activities as possible so that we can get to know the full person that you are. The average student we admit is a high B+ student, has approximately 3.4 GPA on a 4.0 scale, if submitting test scores, an 1100 average or a 23 on the ACT. But again, remember, we are test optional and we have been for years, so we are quite comfortable in evaluating you for admission and scholarship solely based on your academic profile from your high school experience. The newest thing this year is that we have worked towards opening up the ability for students to consider a private school education as they go forward in this process. And so therefore we have reduced our cost of tuition by about 22%, as you can see on the slide. This will give you our scholarship information, and this will give you ways to connect with us. We are offering on-campus tours. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All great information. The next presenter is from RIT.
Thank you, Catherine. My name is Sal Mazzara. I'm from RIT. I'm in the undergraduate admissions office. We'll start with an overview of the college. We are a bigger university than most people think. So we have over 16,000 total students on the Rochester campus in upstate New York. We're one of the largest private universities in the country. We have over 13,000 undergraduate students, and we have over 2,600 international students. So we do have locations internationally in Kosovo, China, Croatia, and the United Arab Emirates. And then we also have a unique population of students on campus where we have over 1,000 deaf and hard of hearing students. So one of the colleges at RIT is called NTID, and you're gonna see students that are deaf and hard of hearing. You'll see sign language, American Sign Language all over campus. You can take it as a minor or a concentration, and then you'll see interpreters in class. So we are a bigger school. With that, you get a lot of resources, new buildings, support on campus. But one of the main focuses that we have is we want to be a bigger university, but have smaller class sizes. So our average class size is 22 students, and we have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So we really concentrate on students being able to have that personalized experience, but at a larger university where you get those resources. So you know your professors if you need help, and you know other students in your class. And we are a broad and inclusive place to study. We have students from all 50 states and over 90 countries represented. Due to the size of our university, we also do have 9 academic colleges. We have more than 90 degree programs you can choose from and over 100 minors. We want students to be interdisciplinary. So we want you, of course, to have a major in a program that you want to study and you want a career in. But then we also, you may have an interest in high school that you want to continue in college. So there's a lot of options for concentrations, which we have a fancy word for them at RIT. We call them immersions, or minors that you can take. And then if you do want to do a dual degree program, we have more than 40 you can choose from. So that way you can get your master's in 1 year instead of 2. So you save time and money. When a lot of students think of RIT, they think of STEM programs, engineering, computing, science. But one thing to mention is our business schools in the top 65 business schools in the United States. And our art and design college is the 3rd biggest college at RIT. We've had a photography program for over 100 years. Kodak was founded in Rochester, New York. All right, so another main focus of RIT, other than small classes at a big university, is that we want students to have a resume before they graduate. So rather that's through research, or our main priority is co-op. So if you haven't heard of co-op before, it is a full-time paid work experience in your field. So over 90% of the programs at RIT require it. We have contracts with over 3,400 companies, so you can work all across the United States and even internationally. But the main important factor of this is when you're on co-op, you do not take classes, you do not pay tuition to RIT, you get to network with different employers, and you really get to build a resume. So you make connections, and also you get to test drive your degree. So, you can check your program, make sure that it's something that you want a career in, that you want a future in. And you can go with 2 or 3, again, different companies with the co-op requirement. So because students are required either by research or co-op, and our co-op program has been around for so long, that we do see great outcome rates because of this. So 94% of students either have a job or are continuing their education. And we have contracts with a lot of the popular companies like Tesla, NASA, Amazon. But again, there's over 3,400 that are spread out internationally and across the US. So there's a lot of different job opportunities for students. But this is a big and important aspect of RIT and education here. We want to make sure you have connections and a resume before you graduate. We are a bigger school, like I mentioned. So there are a lot of clubs and activities to get involved with, and it's a great community on Rochester's campus. We have over 300 active clubs, and I always tell students, no matter your niche or what you're interested in, you can find it here. We also do have Division I hockey and Division III for all other sports. And we have a large focus and emphasis on the performing arts. There's actually a performing arts center being built on RIT's campus, and there is a specific performing arts scholarship that you can apply to. So bigger campus, a lot of resources, a lot of clubs and activities you can get involved with. But again, smaller class sizes we really concentrate on, and also students having a resume before they graduate so that they can get a job once they're done. Just so you know of different opportunities on campus, our website has a lot of great information for visiting. We do have on-campus tours that have been ongoing. So I just recommend, if you do have the resources, if you're able to visit, to register online. But also, if you don't and you just want to check out RIT, one positive out of this pandemic is we have an extensive amount of different open house and virtual visits that you can do now online. And of course, my email's on the screen, so if you have any questions, you can reach out. Thanks.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Just a reminder that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those through the Q&A button. Our presenters are there and ready to answer any questions that you may have throughout the webinar. The next representative is from Roger Williams University.
Okay, hello everyone, good evening, and thanks for joining. Look forward to sharing some information with you tonight. Okay, so this is an aerial view, as you see behind me and in the slides going through. Roger Williams is located in an absolutely gorgeous location. We are about 3.5 to 4 hours for most of our students coming from New Jersey. We are centrally located right between downtown Providence and Newport. So absolutely great location as far as getting to be able to experience all that Rhode Island has to offer. We're also only about an hour south of Boston. So when you think about if you have other friends that are studying throughout the Northeast, or if you're doing college visits up into New England, very easy to stop by and see our campus. We're right off of 95. And as I mentioned, it is a beautiful, beautiful space to live and study and call a home away from home. And we do find that we're in a sweet spot distance for a lot of students traveling from New Jersey that want to get out of state, want something a little different, but want to be within a pretty straightforward driving distance. And depending where you're at in New Jersey as well, there are quite a few options for getting from New Jersey to our campus. The big one being the Amtrak. So if you're close to New York or close to Trenton or close to Philadelphia, you can get on the Amtrak very easily to come up to campus. That gets you in downtown Providence. And then you can take the RIPTA, which goes through our campus and all across the state of Rhode Island, or even from Providence to campus, you're talking a $15, $20 Uber ride. So very easy to get around the state of Rhode Island. We're tiny, so it's a nice opportunity there. So welcome virtually to Roger Williams. I know we are tight on time, so I've done an abbreviated presentation of what we typically walk through. But one thing that's important to understand is the layout of our schools and colleges. On this slide, I want to put an extreme emphasis on the fact that our curriculum is flexible and interdisciplinary. So when you think about that at Roger Williams, whether you come into college with a variety of different interests and you're applying as undeclared, or if you have some ambitious goals of how you're going to double major or a major in multiple minors of what you might want to pursue, whatever the case may be, expect that it might change, but look for a place that's going to place you in the driver's seat, where you can really take control of your education and designing your curriculum. And that's what we have to offer at Roger Williams. So even though you're going to be applying to a particular program, so say you're applying to accounting, economics, marketing, you'll be looking to be admitted into our Gabelli School of Business. But compared to some larger institutions, it's important to understand at Roger Williams, our schools work collaboratively. So if you're admitted to a particular school or program, you should recognize that you can double major or pick up minors across any of our different programs and still be on a 4-year track. So that's our focus at Roger Williams, is all the experiences and exciting information that I share today is going to be crammed into that 4-year experience, because that's our goal, getting you across the stage in that time. And we do have a variety of different accelerated graduate programs. So as was shared in the previous presentation, basically looking at doing your graduate program in 1 year as opposed to 2. So some of those programs include, we have an accelerated MBA program, accelerated program for construction management in our School of Engineering, for criminal justice, for special education. We have the only law school in the state of Rhode Island, and we have an accelerated pathway to earning your JD, which is a 3+3 program. And by having the only law school in the state, we've had some pretty exciting opportunities with our campus. Just in recent years alone, we're fortunate enough to have Ruth Bader Ginsburg on our campus. So for students interested in pursuing the law field, so many unique opportunities to engage with that on our campus and in the area. And as I mentioned before, interdisciplinarity is a huge, huge part of how our studies work at Roger Williams. So one great example here is our construction management program. Every student that's pursuing that construction management major is inherently going to graduate with a minor from our Gabelli School of Business. So there's some ways that a degree might have programs working collaboratively for all students, but then for other students, you can have the opportunity to do any different major minor combinations that fit your interest. And as far as our campus community, we are about 4,000 undergraduates, and our total population is just over 6,000 between all of our different schools and studies. Average class size about 17 or 18, with a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. As has been shared, we put a strong emphasis on the small classroom environment, We believe in peer-to-peer collaboration and learning through your instructors who are professors and are experts in their field. So when I talk about the interdisciplinarity and the flexibility, it's also very important to understand that over 80% of our students at Roger Williams graduate with more than just a single major. How we accomplish that is through our core curriculum. We have something called a core concentration, which is very unique to Roger Williams, and it's required to be 5 courses in a singular discipline outside of your major. So that's very important because a typical minor at Roger Williams is only 6 classes. So very easy for students to double up. When it comes to hands-on learning, you'll see all of them listed here. We put a strong emphasis across the board. Study abroad is one that nearly half of our students do at Roger Williams, compared to about 10% of college graduates nationally. So some important information there. And then when it comes to our admissions, we are test optional for all scholarships, for all majors, and even for our honors program. If you're proactive in your search process, as is likely the case since you're on here today, would encourage you to get your application in by our early action deadline, which is November 15th. So you can see the different materials that we request there. We have been test optional for a long time, but additionally, we've added one extra component for students to showcase their individual talents and strengths, and that is an interview. So if you're interested in interviewing with us, we are offering those throughout the spring, summer, and next fall with our admission staff and with our alumni interviewers. So I know I'm at time, but I will share some links in the chat to engage with our campus visit experience. We are doing a variety of different virtual open house sessions. We are scheduling in-person visits. So a lot of opportunities to connect and engage with us. And I'm from New Jersey myself, so I get back to the area often and hope to connect with you soon. Thanks.
Very helpful, thank you. And all great information being shared so far. Our next presenter is from Rosemont College.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rich Bell, and I work at Rosemont College. I'm the undergraduate admissions counselor for the college currently. I've been here in about a year and a half, and I'm new to New Jersey PACAC. So it's thrilled to be here, and I'm really pleased to meet all of you, even though it's virtually tonight. Rosemont is a small Catholic liberal arts college located in Rosemont, Pennsylvania, about 15 to 20 minutes from Center City, Philadelphia by train. We're right next to Villanova University, kind of tucked away in the woods behind them is the joke I like to make. We're a 58-acre campus, and we have about 390 undergraduate students currently. We do have Catholic affiliation, but students don't have to be Catholic to attend Rosemont. I think that's a common misconception. About half our student body is Catholic, and half make up other races, ethnicities, and then other religious denominations as well. We do require students to take 2 theology courses in order to graduate, but they're based in history and they're very theory based. They're not based in, preaching one religion or another. And our major academic programs, aside from religion, are business, biology, education, and psychology. Within our biology major, we have 3 different partnerships, 3 different tracks, and then several different partnerships. We have a 4+1 partnership with Drexel University to get your BSN in nursing. We also have 2 partnerships with the University of the Sciences located in Philadelphia in pharmacy and physical therapy. Those are 3+4 programs, as well as a few other partnerships with Salus University and optometry, among other disciplines as well. We also do offer cross-registration at Villanova, and that's at our tuition cost of just $19,500. Students can take up to 18 credits at Villanova at that cost. And you don't have to pay additional money for it. And some students take classes that are more specialized than maybe Rosemont doesn't offer, in the sciences, for example, as well as different arts and different electives and arts and photography that maybe Rosemont doesn't offer either. Additionally, because our average class size is just 18 students in the sciences, we offer biology and chemistry. Students also have the opportunity to do undergraduate research with a faculty member, which is unusual at larger schools that have big master's and PhD programs, and the bulk of those students carry out the research opportunities on campuses. The admissions process is pretty straightforward. We do have rolling admission, the option for our students. So we recommend applying as early in the year as possible because the window is really big in September and October. Once you get to Christmas, it gets smaller. And then after Valentine's Day or so, just smaller and smaller. And then till that May 1st deadline comes around. We recommend filling out the FAFSA application on October 1st when it opens. You can add up to 10 schools, and our school code is 003360. And we are doing on-campus visits as well. So we're doing one family at a time. You have to get cleared by public safety, and you have to show a negative coronavirus test before coming to campus as well. Generally speaking, the type of student who really we attract at Rosemont and who ultimately is successful is someone who's looking for strong individualized attention with in the small student atmosphere. So with the average class size of 18 students, and I say that number kind of loosely because I'm told that as you get more into your major, most of the class sizes are 8, 9 students, really under 10 students in the single digits. So that's really remarkable. And we do have several partnerships within our own institutions. So we have a 4+1 program. You can major in any business major and then roll in for a 5th year to get your MBA. So you have 2 degrees in 5 years. It's affordable, it's convenient, and it's really easy to get 2 degrees within 5 years. So we're really proud of that. Generally speaking, if you have any questions for me, you're welcome to reach out in the chat box. But otherwise, that's all I have to say. So thank you.
Thank you. Just another reminder that if you have any questions, to feel free to submit those through the Q&A. We are there to help answer any questions that you have about the college application process or any specific questions that you have for a specific school. Feel free to note the institution name there as well. Our next presenter is from Rowan College of South Jersey. You are on mute.
All right, I'm ready now. Hi, how you doing? My name is Anthony Keller. I'm with Rowan College of South Jersey. Rowan College is a community college located in South Jersey. We're about 20 minutes from Philadelphia area, just south of Philadelphia. In July of 2019, we went from Rowan College of Gloucester County and merged with Cumberland County College to form Rowan College South Jersey. So as you can see here on our map, we have 2 locations, the Gloucester campus and the Cumberland campus. But we are 2 campuses, but we are 1 college. So why Rowan College South Jersey? Here are some reasons why. We are ranked #1 community college in New Jersey by schools.com. We have the #1 nursing and LPN program. We also have the #1 computer graphic arts program. And we have a ton of national championship athletic teams. We have outstanding services and resources to help students thrive. And we make transitioning from our 2-year to a 4-year institution seamlessly. Our academics, we have about 126 programs where you'll be earning an associate's degree. We have an associate's AA, which is an associate's in arts. We have an AS, associate's in science, and we have an AAS, which is an associate's in applied science. So in these programs, we also have 3+1 partnership with Rowan University, and that could save you a ton of money with the 3+1 through the partnership. And I'll share some of those coming up. So cost of attendance, you can see here that we are the lowest, even above the below community colleges, other community colleges. You can see the numbers here, state and private colleges. We our standard here is to provide a quality education at an affordable price. So athletics, we have the 2 campuses. So if you are going to attend the Cumberland campus, you'll be a Duke. If you attend the Gloucester campus, you'll be a Roadrunner. And you can see here that we have some similar sports. The Gloucester campus does have a few more sports than the Cumberland campus. We have about 30 national championships. We've had 8 players drafted into the major leagues. And we are the top rated in the country when it comes to junior colleges. Academic support. We have a ton of academic support that comes with within your tuition. You can get anything from tutoring to career services. So if you need to work on a resume before graduation, you can stop into our career services and they can provide you with that. So our partnership here, as I was explaining earlier, we have a really good partnership with Rowan University. The first is our Rowan Choice. So students in this program can save a substantial amount of money by applying and choosing Rowan Choice. So Rowan Choice, you would attend Rowan College of South Jersey, but you will live on the Rowan University campus. You will pay the room and board for Rowan University, and you can use their clubs and activities. You cannot join the Greek life because you aren't technically a Rowan University student, but you can participate in clubs, use the entire campus's facility, and you can also use our entire facilities. You can play sports in our facility and join the clubs. So it's a good partnership if you want to get the big college experience, but pay the community college tuition. The other new partnership we have with Rowan University is our Rowan University online partnership. It's a fully online, very flexible ability to earn a degree. And you can see here the eligible programs at the bottom. Those are the ones right now that are going to be fully online. So you can take that fully online from anywhere in the country, from the comfort of your home, whatever's suitable for you. And here you can see we have the contact information for Cumberland and Gloucester campus. My counterpart is Tim Gresselmeyer, and he's at the Cumberland campus. And I'm here located at the Gloucester campus. I work in priority admissions. So I mainly work with high school seniors and help them transition from high school into college. So we do everything from making sure you get the FAFSA completed. For New Jersey residents, you complete the HESA, and we just make sure that you get all your test scores and your transcripts over to the college to make it, seamlessly smooth transition into the college. So that's pretty much what I have. We're just a small community college, just trying to get our name out there and get some good quality students here.
Very helpful information. Our next presenter is last, but certainly not least, is from St. Anselm College.
Great. Thank you so much. My name is Matt Raymond. I am an admission counselor at St. Anselm College. We are located in Manchester, New Hampshire. I am also an alum of the college. I graduated just last year in 2020. So it's great to be able to share with you my St. Anselm experience and share with you a little bit more about the college. So we were actually founded in 1889 when a group of Benedictine monks, actually from Newark, New Jersey, moved up to New Hampshire with the purpose in mind of beginning a Catholic college here in New England. We are the third oldest Catholic college in New England, and we still to this day have a fully functioning Benedictine monastery on our campus. Our monks are members of our community. They teach courses, they work in our offices, and it's because of them that we have these hallmarks and staples on our campus. Two of them that stand out to me are hospitality and community. Certainly, we can't welcome you to the St. Anselm community right now because of the virtual world that we live in, but hospitality and community are two of the things that we pride ourselves on when welcoming and making all of our guests and students feel at home at St. A's. You can see we are just a small undergraduate college of just 2,000 students. Our students come from over 33 states and 9 different countries. And we have these interesting numbers on the right side of your screen. We are 97% first year students live on campus, and 92% of our students remain on campus all 4 years. I think it's great that all of our students choose to live on campus for the most part all 4 years. However, please note that it is by no means mandatory. We also offer commuter programs, and we have several spaces on campus for our commuters to feel welcome as well. Here's a bit more information about our location. We are tucked away just 3 miles away from downtown Manchester. Manchester is a fantastic community full of various restaurants and one that's very diverse and speaks over 50 languages. We have several partnerships with service locations that our students take advantage of at their time at St. A's. We are also an hour away from Boston, an hour away from the coast in great beaches, and an hour away from several hiking and outdoors locations across New England, especially in New Hampshire, that all of our students really do enjoy. And you know, day trips are common to all those locations for students to take advantage of. We are a liberal arts institution, so we do provide a well-rounded education in a variety of fields. We have an average class size of 18. That being said, my smallest class personally during my time as a student at St. A's was just only 4 students. So you really have a great feel of being in a small classroom and getting to know your professors. The word that you see on the top right side of your screen, conversatio, may be a word that you've never seen before, and that is perfectly normal. And I don't think I had ever seen it before my time at St. A's, but what it is our first year humanities program, and it's a shared learning experience that all of our incoming students will go through during their first year, and as well as all of our transfer students. And Conversatio is just a humanities program taught by professors from St. A's in a variety of fields. So it's a well-rounded, interesting way to meet new students and begin your St. A's career. This slide can be a bit of an eyesore to look at, so I won't keep it up on the screen too much longer, but it is, you know, the exhaustive list of our majors and minors. We are confident that, you know, the programs that you see on this screen, we provide a strong education and a strong foundation in. And as you see, we have majors, minors, and pre-professional programs that all of our students enroll in. As well, students will get an academic advisor who will help them out throughout their time here at St. A's, and that will be a faculty member from your department that will help you pick courses, put you on the right track to graduate, and as well to be successful after graduation. Here are some of the ways that our students get involved on campus. So like I mentioned earlier, we have 50+ partner organizations in the Manchester community that our students take advantage of. Service is an absolutely essential aspect of the St. Anselm experience that so many of our students enjoy. The Melia Center for Community Engagement lives right inside our student center on campus and does so many great things on campus and across our community. As well, we have internships. 71% of our students will complete an internship during their time at St. A's. That does include nursing students and education majors who will complete, you know, nursing internships and student teaching as part of their education experience. As well, we have study abroad programs. The major option at St. A's is a program in Orvieto, Italy that we run, where we send St. A's students over to Orvieto with St. A's professors, and they learn there for a semester. However, if that's not what you're interested in, we also have a study abroad office, and the members of the staff at that office are great at putting different programs together if you're interested in studying in Australia, China, England, any country that you can think of. We like to try and put a program that will work for you. We have 50+ organizations and clubs on campus, and those range from club sports to debate clubs to gaming association. There's a wonderful variety of ways to get involved here at St. A's that all of our students like to take advantage of. And certainly it's something that I suggest for all students, not just at St. A's, but, you know, wherever you choose to get involved early and find the ways that, you know, you're going to make an impact on the community. We have the New Hampshire Institute of Politics on our campus, which is really a center for political information coming out of New Hampshire and really across the country. St. A's hosts Democratic primary debates on campus every 4 years. And it's a fantastic way that, you know, when that season comes around every 4 years, St. A's students will have that to take advantage of. We also offer 3 various levels of athletics. So those range from varsity sports to clubs and intramurals that all of our students take advantage of as well. We have 3 different aspects in application processes that you can take advantage of at St. A's. So those are early decision, early action, and regular decision with various deadlines throughout the year. So I encourage you to take a look at our website and find out some of that more information as well. I'll leave a link down below for you to find out more information about St. A's as well, and my contact information if you have any further questions. Thanks.
Thank you. We do have a few minutes left before we end, and so we're going to pivot into our Q&A portion of this session. And so at this time, I'll ask all our presenters if you can please turn on your videos, unmute yourself. And our first question that we have time for is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Again, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and start in the order in which you all presented in.
Thanks, Catherine. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I think my best advice is for you to connect with schools and to be willing to be open to a school that maybe you haven't thought about before. So as you do your research, consider all sorts of options and connect with those schools so that you get to know more about them to see if it's going to be a good fit for you. So that you don't miss out on something. And then if you can visit, because nothing will tell you what it's like to be there by seeing it.
I think that's really good advice. Yeah, I think if you have the resources to visit any of these universities or universities you're interested in, it really does help to, you want to get a feel for the environment, the vibe of campus, and see if you'd be a good fit there. And then do your research. See if you like big schools or small schools. See what you like about different universities. If they have a lot of programs and you like that. So definitely proactively do your research and then visit campuses if you can. And like I said, if you don't have the resources to go to these colleges, now there's a lot of different virtual options that you can use.
I think, as Susan mentioned, connecting with admission staff is incredibly important because ultimately, when you're trying to do that research and get all your questions answered about a school, we're the best point of contact in getting you information that might not be on our website. And there are schools that look at demonstrated interest. There's schools that can give you advice, how to make your application stand out, and to work with you in between the stage of now and actually submitting your application. So I do strongly encourage making the connection. And then outside of that, I would say to just check your email. Like that's an important thing right now, because there are going to be schools communicating with you about deadlines, unique opportunities, virtual programming. So I would say, as much as it might be overwhelming and a lot at once, I would say try and keep an eye on that email or have your parents help keep an eye on that email, because there is some important information that will be coming your way.
I would say really get to know yourself. As I spoke about in my presentation, at Rosemont, we really do attract a specific type of student and really get to know, do you want a small school? Do you want a big school? Our students, don't want to be at a big school. They don't want to just be a number. They want to be a face and a name. And check your email, as Colton said, as well. And additionally, overall, just get to know yourself and definitely visit if you can, because we're doing on-campus visits, and there's nothing quite like visiting, seeing the dining hall, seeing the sports facilities, and really making that connection when you do the visit. So good luck to everybody. I'm thrilled for you guys.
What I would say is don't leave any stone unturned. Just, do your research, get out there and look for what makes you comfortable, what's comfortable for you. You don't want to be somewhere that you may not fit in. So it is important to feel out the campuses and, reach for every campus that you can possibly, reach out to. And just don't be afraid to take that chance and, turn every stone over, look at them, and whatever's comfortable for you, make sure that is the fit for you. You just want to make sure that you're comfortable where you're going to select.
Yeah, absolutely. I think all of our presenters have shared valuable advice. And at the end of the day, I would just echo that, choose the school that feels right for you and to do your research before you make that big decision. So certainly best of luck with it. And on behalf of all our presenters, we're all here to help. So certainly feel free to reach out to any of us if you have questions about our institutions.
I definitely agree. All great advice shared by presenters. And I hope everyone, I always say it's always great to hear from those who are working in the school and has seen different situations and can answer those questions. And so again, great advice. So thank you all to our presenters for sharing tonight. And thank you all for joining us. As we close, there will be a quick survey that will appear, a very quick 4-question survey. If you have a brief moment, if you can fill that out for us and provide any feedback, it'll be really helpful. There are more sessions going on, so feel free to sign up for more sessions where you registered for this one. And lastly, this recording will be available a week from today at strivescan.com/New Jersey. Again, thank you and have a great night.